All right. I still don't see said button. So we're going to work with it. Welcome. We are here. I think we're petty in particular today. What do you think about it?
I guess.
We're just going to take a moment and chat a bit. We haven't been on in a while, so we just decided that today we would just chat a bit. What's been going on, ma'am?
Depression. And more depression.
Yeah, I have those days. I don't know if they're like your days, but I do. I tend to, as you know, move furniture on those days.
Yep.
Yep. I'll be done built a whole house. But everybody has their way. I like your hair. You're twisted. Is that what you got going? Look at you. Yeah, you should have told me we was doing edges. I didn't get mine.
Needed something to do while you was figuring out what you was doing.
Yeah.
Together right quick.
Yeah. Cause I ain't know. I did not know. So I guess we're gonna do some hot topics.
Yeah, I got Love B. Scott pulled up.
Oh, cool.
And
I've been over there forever.
First thing, it's not the first story listed, but the first thing I want to talk about is Kelly Price is missing.
I hate to hear that. You know, Kelly Price is just a phenomenal vocalist. She's gifted. She just is. And I hate that something may have happened to her.
Yeah, Kelly and I have had our differences, but I don't want anything to have happened to her.
No.
I want her to be on my nerves somewhere in Georgia, just living.
Right. She has such personality and she be doing stuff. And we need to be watching all that stuff she be doing and not worrying about her.
I don't think we need to be watching, but
well, not all of it.
You need to just be over there doing it and not missing.
Right.
But according to several sources, she was recently diagnosed with COVID.
Right.
It's very mysterious about how she got out of the hospital.
Right.
We were on the phone just a minute ago with my grandma, who read that her family, her children, got a call that she had been discharged from the hospital, which
is rare.
That's unfamiliar to me. We've spent a lot of time in doctors' offices and hospitals.
Right.
And, I've never heard of that in my life.
But then usually when you are discharged from a hospital, they ask who is here to get you.
Right.
You're being released to someone.
Yeah.
You know, because Pops, my husband, was in the hospital earlier this year after COVID brought on pancreatitis, but I had to come get him and take him home.
Right. That's the general experience when you're in the hospital.
A few years ago, even before COVID, when I was sick, somebody had to come get me.
That was me.
Yeah, you and Grandma, y'all are tough girls.
Happy anniversary to your hysterectomy.
Yeah, it is that weekend. Yeah, it's been gone. It's been gone. What is it?
5 years.
5 years?
5 years, yeah.
Well, the parts are gone. Thank you, Lord. I didn't have any other use for them.
Yeah, rest in peace to them. But yeah, Kelly Price is young. She's 48. I would imagine she had a lot of life ahead of her, and I'm hoping
certainly
she still does. But we were having a hard time when we were looking this up earlier, figuring out how long even she's been missing.
Right.
And how long was she in the hospital? And there's a lot of mystery surrounding this. And her boyfriend not letting people come to the house, and I don't know.
Right.
So we are keeping her lifted
Very
in
much
prayer.
lifted.
Like I said, even though I don't personally see it for Kel, she brings value to the world, and she's not someone that I would want to see go down,
This
way.
like, no, not like this.
Right. Which reminds me of last week's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. We don't have to stay on the subject because this is not that video. But Giselle, when Mia had everyone going around the table to say something nice about everyone.
That part.
And Giselle said, well, I don't get along with Karen, so I don't have anything nice to say.
So are we 15? That was a are we 15 moment.
Even at
I'm leaning in, excuse me.
Even at 15, I was able to, I guess maybe I'm just more mature, just point blank.
Well, right. And if you were 15, I was probably somewhere near. Like, ma'am, come on now.
Something nice about her. And that's the thing. That's
one
what I'm
thing
saying here. I can say nice things about Kelly Price, even though I personally don't get along with her.
Even though she does not know this.
She doesn't know this, and that's fine.
But that was because of the show. What was the show we used to watch? The R&B Divas.
R&B Divas. Yeah.
Yeah, she did a lot on R&B Divas. She
was just so detestable. But that's not the point. The point is we are hoping for a safe return for Kelly.
Well, she made for a good show because it was The Foolishness of Man was on there.
I didn't need it. But that's not the point. The point is we're hoping for a safe return for her.
Yeah.
We're hoping that whatever she is going through can get squared away. And that she gets to live more life, because 48 is far too young, to wrap it up.
And if you made it through COVID, it sounds like her bout was pretty rough. You made it through COVID and you can't get home. That's just more than a notion.
Not okay.
Of course, praying for her kids, grandkids, because honey, that's not cute.
No, it's uncute.
Mm-hmm.
Moving along, Toni Braxton was on The Masked Singer.
It ended up being Toni?
Of course it was.
Of course it was.
Would it have been?
But I mean, other sisters can pretend to be Toni. They can, what's it? Trina? Is it Trina? She can mock her sister perfectly.
All of them can. But it was Toni. My problem here is that Toni, I don't know how The Masked Singer works.
I don't either. I never watch it.
But she was eliminated. And on top of her being eliminated, you've got a cast of Robin Thicke, Nicole Scherzinger, I think, that funny Asian man who used to be a doctor. I can't remember his name right now. I can't remember it. It was on the tip.
Oh, I know the actor that's a doctor. They played a doctor, and he's a doctor. That one.
And is a doctor, yes.
Okay, that guy. I never knew his name, but I know who you're talking about.
And some other white lady that I can't recall at the moment.
I might have to pull that up to see what the men.
They are the hosts. Or not the hosts, the judges on this program. And you mean to tell me that the two singing heifers on the show, Robin Thicke and Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls, who the majority of their career was spent in Black media, could not recognize Toni Braxton's voice? Because it's a guessing game also. It's like, who is this behind the mask? It was very clearly a Braxton. And nobody gets it.
We know their voices though.
Everybody knows 7-time Grammy Award winning. Everybody knows 7-time Grammy Award winning Toni Braxton. Let's not. She has a very distinct tone.
She does.
And her sister,
she is the most recognizable of them.
She's the most recognizable honestly, of any female tenor
yeah.
singer
Yeah,
out
any
there,
contralto, she it.
period. We love
It's gonna be
Anita.
either her or it's going to be our girl Anita.
We love Anita.
But they have different tones.
Right. It's just it didn't come together for me. It didn't come together. And apparently a lot of the fans are also upset.
Yeah, I'm looking at these pictures and this pistol and everything.
Not a
They'll
pistol.
take a pistol out. What's that baby name from Blackish?
Yara Shahidi?
No, not that one. They one of the ones, the sisters. The thinner face sister. You know, they're real sisters when they play sisters on Blackish.
Baby, I ain't watched Blackish.
Not Blackish, Grownish.
That's where you lost me. Okay, Chloe and Halle is Halle. They keep putting the gun in Halle's hand.
They keep putting the gun in their hand.
I've seen it.
And it's funny at this particular moment.
And it's funny because if you know their personalities, even though she's
that ain't her hand. That's a dude's hand.
It's very much not her hand. They photoshopped it. But if you know their personalities,
that's not it.
No, that is very much it.
No.
Yeah, she's the little sister that's gonna get it together. Like, period. And that's why it's so funny. Nick Cannon says he will, quote, take a break from having kids. His therapist suggested that he should be celibate. We all
Can you put it away?
All of us suggested that, but I'm glad the therapist.
He said he was here to procreate. That was his job.
Obviously.
Oh, no, some people take jobs that ain't theirs.
He had like 6 kids in 6 months. What are you trying?
So are you having a midlife crisis, sir?
Obviously.
Because there is no point in that. Maybe you went through all the women, but why all the women have to have a baby? What is that?
And that's why I'm personally running for my life. Because any light-skinned woman that crosses his path ends up with a baby. And so I'm running for my life.
If you hear he is in your city,
I'm flying away.
Town.
I'm getting out. I'm coming home. Because no.
Because I don't know. Cannon in town got to go home.
I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know if it's physical or if it's metaphysical. I don't know.
Or is he putting them at the sperm bank over there and people just coming through picking them up? What something's happening?
I don't know, but I don't want it to be me. I would love to have more things in common with Mariah Carey than just our unnatural beauty and amazing singing voices. But I don't want that thing to be Nick Cannon.
Yeah, Nick Cannon's babies. We all got Nick Cannon's babies.
I don't want that to be it. R. Kelly is still going to jail.
Oh, I thought he was already in the jail. Let me go click back over here.
He's still staying in jail.
He gonna stay.
Yeah, they're doing his court cases now, and it's just
now.
Yeah, I mean, they had COVID, and they had to get all
the. Boy been in jail the whole time, ain't he?
Yeah, because they wouldn't let him out because he's a danger. He's another one that if he in your city, get out.
Run. Get your children, get your husbands.
Yeah.
Get your plants.
Get your cats and dogs too. He's nuts.
That's sad though. That child, he had some problems. They needed to help him early on. He could have been, what could he have been had he had the right base?
Euthanized.
No, the right base. If he would have had someone that loved him and cared and made sure he learned to read and write properly and all of these things and know how to treat women and all of that, what if he had gotten that and still had the talent that he has? He could have took over the world. He could have been like the Brain.
Well, the Brain absolutely never took over the world. So
he was on a mission to though.
It was his life's goal, but it didn't happen. Speaking of sex, well, I was gonna say sex offenders, but we can't really say that on YouTube. Violent criminals. Nicki Minaj all of it is just so odd.
What happened?
Okay, I gotta take it way back. You know, Nicki Minaj's brother is in jail for raping his stepdaughter.
I forgot about that. I was supposed to keep that forgotten about.
Yes, it's not something we just actively like to think about, except for the fact that she works with a known child offender quite a lot, a rapper named Tekashi 6ix9ine. And her husband also is an offender.
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't like these things.
It's just a lot of weird Law and Order SVU situations going around Nicki Minaj. And you know, I've loved her.
Since the first day.
Since literally 2007, when I wasn't allowed to listen to that music.
Sneaking. I tried to protect you from the world, but no.
Okay. Anyway, I still like her old music.
I know.
It's just very.
But now you're old enough to choose it.
She
was choosing it too early.
Well, whatever. Anyway, it's just very odd. And right now, her husband just pled guilty to not registering as an offender in California because that's something.
When you move, that's something you're supposed to do.
That's just the law. So he's facing up to 10 years in prison for not registering. On top of that, I believe
it's not like people don't know.
Like everybody knows.
Just go ahead and register. There's no point in not registering. Everybody knows. Your wife good with it.
Which is so odd. So she need to go to jail. I'm sorry. I love Nicki. She need to go to jail. It's too much weird child related jail.
Because she just had another baby, right? Am I right? My eyes are running and acting a fool. I'm sorry for giggling in my face.
Yeah, she just had her first baby.
She's her first one?
Just the one, yeah.
I gave her a baby.
I mean, I'm sure she would raise it, but you just don't give it to her just yet. She just got the one. But anyway, so she and he, the husband and wife duo, are being sued by his victim or survivor, I should say, from back in 1994.
Okay. And what is she suing him for today?
She is don't make that. Don't do the tone.
No, I mean, I don't know.
I know, but you sound like you trying to give the wise is so late in the game situation.
No, not that. Is it something new?
They're harassing her.
Yeah.
She's unable to work. Her adult children are being harassed out in public, face to face, physically harassed online.
Folks need to, number one, stay out of that. Way out of that.
No matter how much I may love someone, I'm not.
If they did something bad, they did something bad. Now look at here.
That's just period.
You can still choose to, do what you want to do. You choose it. Like with R. Kelly, people still listen to his music. Some people can't. That's your choice.
I can't. I can barely listen to Nicki Minaj, to be quite honest with you.
But it's still your choice. And you don't need to act crazy with somebody who chooses something different than you choose.
That's very true. That's very true. Anyway, yeah, it's just weird. It's a lot of weird. She's being harassed, boots. And so she's suing, and I think she should get whatever she's asking for and more. She's been harassed to recant her story from 1994 that she's never recanted before. so that he can try to appeal, or allegedly, so that he can try to appeal having to register so that he won't go to jail. But he's already
had to register for more than 20 years. What is the problem?
almost 30.
This is not a new something that he just started having to do now. And oh my God, they've just added a new law. No.
Right. So I'm just not understanding any of it.
It's not her fault.
It's 100% not.
It is not her fault that he did not register.
It's 100% not. And so they're asking her to recant her story. And it's just weird because why would I recant something from 30 years ago just so you won't have to register? So you possibly won't have to register.
Because that's not going to change anything.
You already served the time.
The conviction
jail
is already there.
They're not going to expunge. Well, they might. They probably might though. But
it won't be because she recanted her story. He might do whatever it takes to get it expunged, but apparently
we all know about it now. So,
but the deal is, if you haven't got it expunged by now, you've been with Nicki for years. You've been around some money. If that was a problem,
and the thing about their relationship, because they got together this time in 2018, so it has been a few years. But apparently, when she was a teenager and he was a grown man, they was going together. So he been grooming Nicki Minaj for 30-something years. Probably 20-something years. It's just all very odd.
And regular people who ain't around folk with money get their records expunged. There are programs. If you're eligible, I don't know that is an eligible offense, especially if you have a conviction. Because I think things, there's some thought there. But I ain't no lawyer. I don't know.
The public of court opinion, even if he got it expunged,
everybody's still
aware of what happened. So,
and they can scrub the internet a little bit, get a little scrub on it.
Whatever, child.
Everybody still know. And folk done took pictures and downloaded. Screenshot.
All of it is just very weird. Just register as a sex offender
and be done
at your new home with your multi-million-dollar wife. Watch the baby.
Yep.
And mind your business.
Move on.
But she wants to take him with her everywhere.
Oh, so that's the problem.
And he's not allowed to go everywhere. Somebody realized that, I'm not going to say realized, but theorized that the reason she didn't go to the Met Gala and the reason she was doing all of that about her cousin's friend's testicles being swollen down in Trinidad was because she couldn't bring her husband to the Met Gala because it was near a Chuck E. Cheese. And he can't go near Chuck E. Cheese.
Near a Chuck E. Cheese. Nope. That is not someplace he can go.
But she could have just left him at home. It's so easy to leave him at home.
Basically that was a work event.
She's gone to the Met Gala for years without him.
And that's what I'm saying, but it's basically a work event. It keeps her profile up.
Right, and she don't have to get on Twitter talking about her cousin's friends' balls.
Yeah, and upset the whole country.
Everybody.
Down there, they down in Trinidad searching for the balls.
No.
Excuse me. But that's what they were doing.
Please.
They say, who is it? Who done been to the hospital for it? Who is it?
And she
they
had to know.
All around. They searched all over, couldn't find nobody. They looked high and low.
Because
still couldn't find nobody.
Because
nobody's swollen.
Get away from me.
Nobody.
But yeah, it's very much because she made it up to try to, puppeteer what we are looking at. She wants us to look at the situation with her alleged cousin's friends' balls instead of looking at the fact that her husband can't go to the Met Gala because it's near Chuck E. Cheese. And also to not look at the fact that he had to plead guilty to not registering as a sex offender in California when literally all you had to do was just say, hey girls, I'm here and I'm a sex offender. That's all you gotta do. If Nicki Minaj wants to be with a sex offender, who are we to stop her? But why he ain't registered? That's literally like just register.
That's like 101.
We know he a sex
That's
offender.
like
It's not
getting
like
your driver's license, registering as a sex offender. These are the things you do when you move.
exactly.
Get you some lights, water, and gas at your house. You know, these things.
And make sure if you're moving into a rented space, you take pictures of what it looked like before. So when they try to, jip you for your for your money
So
after
you get your deposit back.
deposit. Exactly. They are just base things you do. You take your pictures, you register as a sex offender, you unpack your boxes in a timely manner. These are just moving basics. Anyway.
Help them, Lord. Help them, Lord. I'm impressed. I'm not Catholic. I'll just do the middle of my face.
Okay. Apparently, a giant alligator ate a Louisiana man after Hurricane Ida.
Ooh, that's bad.
That's what alligators do.
Well, they found a 13-foot one a few hours, a couple of hours away, about an hour and a half away.
Yeah, that's what they do. They're prehistoric.
We don't have alligators. People keep dropping off alligators in this part of the country.
Y'all have alligators. Mama,
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. Alligators are native. Okay.
Who told you that? Okay, I'm gonna ask the Google.
You can. It's gonna say absolute. Mama, I grew up in a swamp. You think alligators didn't used to live there?
Grandma told you that to scare you.
No, friend. That's just the facts of the life. The facts of life are alligators are native to our part of the country. And unfortunately, somebody done got ate up. And we praying for the family.
Well, I'm gonna drive with a gun every time I go through that swamp. I don't go through there often no more, but I'm gonna fight my way out. Okay. I need a big gun.
Sure. We're praying for Wendy Williams. She's also going through a lot.
What they done to her?
Allegedly, she's experiencing psychiatric issues, which is something that has been coming up a lot lately in our personal lives.
Well, people just are having a lot go on. And I think that this time, when you can't work through it, you can't fake through it by doing a lot of the things that you might do while you're moving around, it's slapping folk in the face.
The country is open. I don't understand why the girls can't move.
Well, they can't move too much because you still get the sickness.
That's why you.
But I mean, before now, that whole first solid year when we were trying not to die.
Yeah, but allegedly, Wendy Williams is allegedly she's been drinking a lot.
Well, she's always falling back on alcohol.
Yeah, she's got that addiction thing going. So allegedly she's been dealing with that. She has Graves' disease.
Right, which is uncomfortable, I'm sure.
That people have theorized are brought on by her breast implants that she refuses to remove or update. Because you're supposed
to update them bad boys.
You're supposed to do that every 10 years. She's had hers for almost 30. So that's probably making her sick.
Oh yeah, we need to get fresh boobs.
And she's got the money.
Right. I know you don't want to get cut on, but you got cut on in the first place. This is maintenance.
Just maintain the breasts. So,
and if they was making me sick, I would have to just put me some socks in there. I can't be sick.
They don't make socks the size Wendy's trying to.
I mean, you have somebody make you a piece and put in there.
Yeah, I mean, the drag queens have breastplates. My sister, my sister V literally just got her breastplate the other day, like, and it looks great. Like it's like there are.
So why are we suffering with old tatas?
I don't know. But that's just an allegation. That's not.
Well, yeah. But I'm sure that I've heard people, have problems because their breast implants didn't hold up or whatever.
Right. But she's got that. Then she had COVID, allegedly. Her team released that she had a bad case of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a lot going on with Wendy and her health. And we're just keeping her lifted. It's just the best we can do is pray.
Right. She'd be over there being busy and we'd be laughing at her. Yeah, now I do hate that she's clearly sick though. Clearly sick.
Obviously. Yeah.
Her ankles are so swollen. She can't wear shoes and stuff.
And them ankles be tore up.
Yeah. Her body is having some reactions to something. And if it happens to be those breasts, sis, please replace them.
Yes. It's okay. I promise it's fine.
If they will take some of that sickness out your body, replace them.
Do I need to come do it? I'll come over.
We grew up with you. Want me to cut it off?
I'll pull up a YouTube video and we'll figure it cut it off.
If it make you sick, if it offend, that's the Bible. If it offend,
let's cut it off. You better preach. But yes, we're keeping Wendy in our prayers.
Right.
I also worry that Wendy is one of those people who's just gonna slip away. I feel like she's just gonna get out of here one day. Because it's just too much. It's a lot with Wendy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That would be sad. That would be sad. So hopefully she will take care of herself in whatever way to give her more time. Just a little more time.
Gotta get some things together now.
Just a little more time.
I can't stand that heifer, but she wrote that out.
Honey, I love that whole album.
That's Kim Burrell, if anybody's asking. If anybody asks you. Okay, moving on.
Uh-huh.
Yo, girl. I'm giving her to you because you love her. Jeannie Mai.
Jeannie. I do love Jeannie. I do watch her and Mama Mai. They tickle my whole soul.
She's pregnant.
I figured it wouldn't be too long because she hadn't had any kids and she getting on up there. But better hurry up. I don't know. Get that done if that's what you want to do in your life.
But see there, that's the catch-22. She said emphatically that that's not something she wanted to do with her life. And also divorced her husband because that's something he wanted. So now she done married this Blyke man and is having what this is just my, this is just you and me talking.
A Vietnamese.
I think she's just trying to have a little fetish baby because she's been known to say questionable things about Black men anyway. She said something along the lines of, I marry the white ones, but I keep the Black ones on the side, or something like that. Questionable. She said prior to marrying Jeezy. So I think she just wanted to have her little Blasian baby and celebrate. What's Kamora Lee Simmons the other day said Blasian kids are the future. I really didn't ask her to say that. I didn't need her to try to express that sentiment to me, but she did.
I mean, I understand that those are your children, and they are. Okay.
Well, Kamora herself is Blasian.
Yeah.
So she, she wants to celebrate herself. It just to me felt like me saying, "Hey, girl," like it felt like Potomac. Again, it comes back to Potomac with Robin and Giselle but implying how great light-skinned people are. in comparison to dark skinned people. Who asked you, first of all?
And what makes you an expert?
And what makes you so great? Just because your pigment is fairer than the
That
other
you gonna burn faster. That's all.
I got a sunburn across my nose right now.
Is that fun?
It's not. Hate to see it and hate to feel it. But yeah, the problem I'm having with Jeannie Mai at this present time is that she literally divorced her husband because she did not want children, and now she's having this child. And then her ex-husband popped up talking about calling her trash.
Well,
Basically
he a little pissed. He a little pissed.
But he's got a fiance and some children at this point. Not Mother Jefferson leaning like that. Look at her.
Leaning.
Hate to see it.
I don't know if she's safe, and she is not secure.
No, she's not secure, and I just hung her there. And I moved her from where I had her because she was leaning. What's wrong with Mother?
Is your house shaking, Mother? There she
went. Mother Jefferson took a leap, Lord.
She said, I don't want to hold on to no more.
This building keeps on leaning in my soul. Honey, she got up out of there. Okay.
My mother.
But yeah, Jeannie Mai's ex-husband, whose name I don't remember and really don't care about.
That don't even look like Freddie.
Freddie, yep, Mr. White Man, Mr. Basic.
White Freddie.
Just basic looking white man. He's not cute or anything, but he.
RTS? I wonder what his nationality is. I don't know that kind of name.
White.
Okay.
He's from the nation of white.
The white nation.
Yeah.
Okay, over there.
And
he's very regular white.
Just a white man.
I'm sure he was nice, and it's something happened. Jeannie said he was cool.
I think she just married him because he's a white man, quiet as a scared.
Well, you be trying to upgrade, and then you find out that you the upgrades. Shoot.
I've never in my life considered marrying anybody outside my race an upgrade. So that's weird.
No.
I'm the upgrade.
No, but some people do.
But anyway, yeah. Well, that's what my ex-stepmama said to my daddy.
Is he? Because he's black?
Because the new man.
Oh, all I hear is a little Beyonce back in my ear. Partner, let me upgrade.
Anyway, yeah, but the husband hopped on to the internet to basically say that he upgraded his trash, being Jeannie Mai, to a new treasure, being the new fiance. Why? Who asked? Like, what was the reason? Why you couldn't just be like, okay,
congratulations,
I got my kids,
and cuss at your house. Just cuss at your house.
But why even be mad? Like, I mean, I guess since he wanted,
not like he wanted to be there, and he not.
Okay, but you got somebody else. So
and see, now when you get home, you ain't getting no chicken today. You find your own chicken sandwich.
But then the fiance, the white man's white lady, hopped on and she said a bunch of stuff, and I don't care.
Well, and the only problem with that is they don't understand. Jeannie Mai has some solid fans, and they gonna get cussed out.
I can't imagine.
We don't know you.
Solid fans. I like her.
Like Jeannie Mai.
I like her.
She's got a big personality. Huh?
What was that show she was on back in the day? The clothes.
Wait, it's about clothes.
It's not What Not to Wear, because that's Stacey.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's not, because that was Stacey London. Let me look it up. What Not to Wear was Stacey London and Clinton Kelly. I gotta look up Jeannie Mai. Jeannie Mai Jenkins.
Jeannie Mai Jenkins. You gotta say it like me. Bring it all the way back.
I just started back watching Judge Faith, and her last name is Jenkins, and I'd be so tickled every time.
Well, and she married to Kenny Lattimore.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say, How Do I Look? How Do I Look was the show. I used to love that show. Back when she had the blue
I don't remember
hair.
that name being the name of the show.
I don't know, but I lived for it. I'm gonna have to find some old episodes because that was my show. Anyway, long story short, she pregnant now, and everybody looking at her sideways because she said she ain't never, ever, 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 ever want to have no kids, and now she having this half Blyke baby. Anyway, the Fugees said they going on tour. I don't know if Lauryn Hill will be there.
Right, I'm like, how? But you, well, we love the Fugees, but we want Fugees with Lauryn Hill.
Are they chaining her to the tour bus? That's the only way she'll be there.
How many? You got nannies and stuff? Because I'm sure she gonna want her baby. Grown. Are they grown up?
Her kids old as pepper.
No, what's the name of them? What's the name of this girl?
Who? Sayla? Sayla is old. She got, what's the boy? She got 5 kids. I think all of them can look after themselves.
No, but Lauryn, she ain't but 20.
Baby, Lauryn done passed 20 quite a while ago. she got on out of 20.
Let me go. Yeah, she was born in the 1975.
Yeah, she's 46.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at her family life.
Sure, and 6.
6? Well, maybe one of them ain't old enough because I ain't know about that last one.
Well, you know, she be pop up. She'll pop up on you.
She must have went somewhere Nick Cannon was.
Honey, because Nick is giving children.
Now he giving them.
Okay, yeah. Lord, okay.
Take your time.
Oh, these are Bob Marley's children. I'm like, 6, they're 4. What the? I was very confused. Because why? Oh, Salah Marley, that's why.
Right, she had the baby with the Marley boy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, she's supposed to be going on tour. We don't know how it's going to turn out.
Lord, please let Lauryn go because that's going to make for a really nice show.
I said this years ago, as my great grandmother would say, years ago. I said this. I would not pay to see Lauryn Hill in concert.
Why not?
She has 1 album. And also,
I mean, she broke every record there was. And that was, I think that was really probably the most disheartening thing. But go ahead. And also,
she has the 1 album. She doesn't perform the songs as they are on the album. So you can't sing along because you don't know what she's going to do.
No, that's true.
And also, it's just like, girl, I would rather spend my money to see Janet. I would rather spend my money to see one of the girls who's going to give Beyonce, give a show.
Ooh, I'm tired thinking about Beyonce's show.
Janet's show. Janet at 50 was tearing it up. When I went to the show,
somebody got to do it.
Child, it was so good. And I'd rather go to a show. I like music and I like the girls that be doing the vibey songs, Sade and all of that. I like that.
Sure.
But I'd rather see them at the coffee house. I don't know that I would want to go see them do a tour.
I would, because I'm tired.
Like when I went to see Layla Hathaway, that was crosstown at the chicken joint, and it was cute.
Right, the little club down on the river, right down the river.
And it was nice. And we saw her, and it was a nice, intimate vibe. That's what I want from an artist, that makes
because I wasn't even interested in going to see what's that other baby I love so well with the beautiful voice? Lions and Tigers and Bears, baby.
Jasmine Sullivan.
She was at a club on the rough side of town one time.
I wanted to go so bad, but I wasn't 21 yet.
You weren't old enough. I wasn't going to take my baby over there and drop her off in the center of the hood. I'd have had to sit out there and look like I was what's called it a Black Panther with a big gun. My baby in there, act a fool.
You would have been in the show, like in the building, watching the show.
I have to protect the building,
sweetie. Okay, sure.
Gotta get them.
But yeah, I would rather like that. I would rather go see those type of artists at a club instead of paying tour prices to see the girls at a tour, because that's weak. There's nothing Lauryn Hill can do for me in a stadium or in a tour, like a big tour.
Oh, you just dance while she talking, because like you say, you can't sing because she gonna, unless you doing the background stuff.
But even then, she switches the back because she's a musician, and musicians always.
Yes, yeah, she did all that.
I wish this wasn't happening to me, but it is. She's a musician, so she's going to give it. It's going to be different, every time you see it, which is cute. Well, but she got one album. I would give me. Like Lalah Hathaway has a multitude. She has like 5 or 6 albums. She was singing.
And she did a lot of extra stuff. I mean, Lauren did some stuff with folks along the way, but it still doesn't end up being that substantial, is it?
It's not enough for me to pay money to go see her. I'm sorry.
Honey, you might win some, but you just lost one.
I could listen to that right now. I could pull it up on Apple Music, Spotify.
They don't know what them do.
I could pull it up on YouTube. There's plenty of places where I could listen to that and enjoy. Forget them get my life. I don't have to go see her do it. Somebody asked me.
And I honestly feel like that about a lot of artists. Yeah. But like you said, like someone like a Janet, Brandy, yeah, I might want to see them. I might want to see a Brandy.
I would want to see a Brandy
because she's a vocal Bible, and I do enjoy. I was listening to her today. My head bounced.
I love Brandy. I would not want to see her in a tour experience. I wouldn't want to see Brandy.
Can dance a little bit.
Not really. I wouldn't want to
see Mary J. I know you ain't a Mary J, but I'm a Mary J.
I would go to a Mary J show
because it's gonna be a nice show.
It's gonna be a good time. I don't have to go for the vocals. I can go for the experience. But as far as Brandy, I would want to see her more in the Lalah Hathaway intimate we at a club situation than at the Janet Jackson we at an auditorium situation.
Right.
Because girl, Janet was up there dancing and she had screens and she had her dancers.
Oh, I loved all the technical stuff going. I love that.
Period.
I mean, I enjoyed Maxwell in that way because they was changing out them screens and things, and they was changing the lights. It was beautiful.
I would want to see him in a club.
Kept you
more engaged. I would want to see him in a more intimate setting, also. And
they made it pretty. They made it feel intimate, although it was a big space.
Because you saw it was Maxwell, Common, and Chris and Michelle, right?
Yes.
All 3 of them I would rather see at the club across town. I mean, I appreciate.
But as long as they was together, we could justify the ticket.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I appreciate that they're able to sell a ticket to a bigger crowd. But those are the
and that's the point. You bring those different crowds together.
Right. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go see the Fugees, but congratulations to them for being on tour, and anybody who gets the tickets, I hope you get what you pay for. Not in a shady way. I hope you pay good money to see a good show.
I want a good show because I'm not going too many places.
Yep, that's about all I can say about it. I don't know that you would get a good show, but I hope you, because the Fugees only had one album.
Well, then you have to understand now, as awesome as gospel singers are, they're not going to give you the show that a lot of these other artists will give you. So you have to, I like to go to an occasional secular show to see the show.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to be singing and crying and shouting over there at the church.
Right, because the Clark Sisters going to be at somebody's service.
Honey, and when they get through with you just go home and get in the bed because you done had you some church.
Exactly.
But generally their shows, unless they're produced by someone else, are not going to be, they're not going to be all that extra.
Lena Bird Miles is gonna be here. She's a gospel singer. She's gonna be in town November 5th and 6th. And I was trying to see, do I need to sign up to go to this church's revival, their conference?
Okay.
I just thought about that.
What's the name of the church? Do I know it? I know some of them. I don't know them all.
Let me see here. Do it even say the name of the church? Oh,
say if they don't say, you can't go.
It's the One Community Church.
Okay.
One Community. They sent a little packet in the mail, and from what I understood with the One Community Church, I thought that they were the other. There's a church across the road from us. That's a more Latin community church. And I thought that was them, but I might have to check out the One Community. Anyway,
they got 4 campuses, one near you.
Yep, they got. It's 4 right here on this paper.
Right at the top of this website, 4.
Yep. So I just remembered Lena Bird Miles is gonna be in town, and I thought about it. I would want to see her at a church. Where she gonna be?
I'm gonna write down her name. I don't know that baby. That's so sad. And I'm supposed to be.
She sings.
Things down.
Oh, she's baby. Go look up anybody under the sound of my voice, as they say down to the church. Look up Lena Bird.
You broke up, Lena Bird.
Uh-oh. Hello?
You back?
Okay. Lena Bird Miles. BYRD.
There we go. She asked me, did I mean that? I said, yeah, I did. All right. That's a nice photo. See? Look like that one's an old one. Okay, I'm gonna leave this up until in the morning when I come back. Oh, I ain't come back out here. Yes, I am. But I'm not coming out here to my computer first thing.
Anyway, Melvin Van Peebles has gone on to be with his creator.
Saddened.
He was 89. I know in our family that's a baby.
That's 26.
But for the rest of everybody, that's quite, that's a fulfilled life. He's done quite a lot. So, we kiss him goodnight.
Yep.
His son Mario continues his legacy, and
oh God, yes.
Mario got a son named, I don't know, Malicious. It started with M. I don't know. I don't know.
Help Jesus.
But he's living as well, and they, are continuing the acting legacy.
Right. Mario Van Peebles always had that really cool, laid back vibe. I always liked watching him.
Yeah.
Because he was cool.
Nicole Richie and Beyonce have recently turned 40.
Right. It's an epidemic of 40.
Yep.
I think what's the other little girl name that married the preacher man?
That could be literally
Megan Good. I think she might be just fresh 40 as well.
She might be. Elvira's gay.
Who is Elvira?
Elvira, from like the 80s, the witch heifer.
I thought maybe we had a new one. No?
The Elvira from back in the day.
What about?
She gay or queer.
Ain't she just finding out?
No, she reveals that she's been in a 19-year relationship with a woman.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you've been here long enough to have figured that out.
Whenever you find out, that's your testimony.
Yeah. And I'm correct. Megan just turned 40 last month.
Well, look at you keeping up with the young people.
I heard her say she was turning 40. She had freshly turned 40 or something. I forgot what she was asking somebody a question.
Elvira, outside of her Elvira look, when she just being Cassandra Peterson, she don't look like Elvira at all.
Yeah.
Not even a look.
That's why she can go out and be all she can be.
Yeah. Let me see. Is there anything else going on? Lord, Tom Ford's husband died. Terrible to hear. He was 72 and he didn't look well, but then we didn't want him to die.
No.
Praying with him and for him.
Richard Buckley.
Let me see. Is that what it say here?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, Richard Buckley dead at 72. Hate to see it. Oh no, Willie Garson passed away.
We can do the funeral list for a while.
Yeah. That's truly terrible. He was very funny on White Collar. I had to stop watching White Collar because Diane Carroll died, and I got sad every time I saw her on the screen.
Right.
Now Willie Carson done that. He was only 57.
Ooh.
All these young folks getting out of here.
That dude from wait a minute, that's not the one from the movie. What's his name? He passed away. This is the guy from Friday.
No, but he also has gone on to be with his Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing a lot more that's interesting here. I think it's about time to wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Yeah. Jermaine Dupri say he's a better songwriter than Puff Daddy.
Okay.
As someone from the South, I'm more inclined to enjoy Jermaine Dupri's music because I'm Southern.
And it hits home a little better.
I just feel like Bad Boy, as a staff, as a regular label, and as a crew, as I said, I feel like they're bigger than So Def. Bad Boy had Puffy himself, Biggie, Faith Evans, Total. You know, it's a slew. Now Jermaine Dupri had DeBrat, Criss Cross, Lil Bow Wow, Escape. So I don't know.
Like I said, they just had a different flavor. It's just like anything else. Some people like coffee with sugar, some like coffee without.
That's true. Very true.
So deciding that yours is better, that's a matter of perspective.
That's a wise word, Mother.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Will Smith mansion caught on fire or something, but
lately,
I guess I'm just scrolling.
They better not burn up that red table.
Okay. Right. Sarah Dash, one of the co-founders of LaBelle, has transitioned to glory as well at 76.
She was the one. She wasn't the one. That group was the one. I don't know why you keep making them get off the wall. You should let them stay.
I didn't do nothing to Aunt Esther. What in the world?
And she called you an old fish-eyed fool.
You old one-eyed weasel. And she dropped down. Why are they doing another Whitney Houston biopic?
Because they don't think they've told the story. The story has not been told.
It's been told so many times. Whitney had one on Lifetime.
She's like, y'all don't leave me alone.
Please let her rest. She had the Lifetime story. She had the documentary that was in theaters that we went to see. Her story was also told in the Bobby Brown story. Her story has been told from Robin's point of view in the book. Her story has been told from Bobby's point of view in the book. Her story,
documentaries of everybody,
also has been told via her mother in a book, if I'm not mistaken.
I was trying to say, I don't remember her mother doing her perspective in one of them. You know, I watch this TV. I watch all the docus.
Right. She had the show. Her family also had a show shortly after she passed away. How many more times is we gonna look at Whitney's story on TV? We know what happened to Whitney. We love her. Let her rest.
We are very sad that she is gone because she has some more to do.
She had plenty more to do.
She had plenty to do.
But she's not here to do it.
Because I enjoyed her on the screen. I always enjoyed her, you know, even after she wasn't singing as often. I always enjoyed her on screen.
Period. She was a great actress.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the reality show. I know you didn't like it, but I was a big fan.
It was interesting, but it was like that.
Yeah. But you have to realize that I was born into that Whitney. I was born into the Whitney that was already kind of going through her thing.
No, they set Whitney up. They set Whitney on a pedestal when she came out. And the Whitney that we saw was the Whitney to aspire to.
Right.
Not just because, you know, when I first found out who Whitney was, she wasn't singing. She was modeling.
Right.
And I subscribed to 17 magazine because Whitney was in it. That was the only reason that I subscribed to 17 magazine.
And you know, I think your mama still had that subscription when I was a child because I was still reading 17 many years.
Might have did.
They was coming to the house.
I said, I need the 17. They got Whitney Houston on this book. Then she had pictures in this book. I need to get me a 17.
And what I find very interesting is that in all of the retellings of Whitney's life, they don't discuss her modeling much.
No, they don't. They don't. But yeah, well, and they mentioned it, I think in one of them that I watched, they may have mentioned it, but I mean, it was, when I say mentioned it, I mean that.
I mean, they keep telling the story over and over, but they're not telling the whole story.
I mean, you can't really tell somebody's whole life. You have to kind of pick and choose. I get that. So they tell stuff about when she was a little girl. They tell, you know, how she sang at the church and all of that. And,
but how many
times she went to the, right. And we saw the thing with her mom, you know, she would go to rehearsals, you know, whether they would be church rehearsals or secular rehearsals. You know, we saw all of that. But then like the beginnings, to me, the modeling was really the beginnings of her public career.
Exactly. Like myself, we share that same story.
Right. So over there in New Jersey, she was probably famous. She was New Jersey famous.
Probably.
But we ain't know her yet until she, you know, hit the pages of the national magazine. Yep. So when yours come out, they gonna say, that's that girl from YouTube. I knew her when she was on YouTube. I know what they gonna say.
Okay. I'm not seeing anything else interesting. Kids will be able to be vaccinated very soon. We'd love to see it.
Yes, because these babies,
responsible parents,
these babies need a shot.
Yep.
I'm glad you're a big girl and could get one. Because I'd be sad. I'd probably have you in the house. I wouldn't, you come out, you'd be like Blanket was when his daddy had him wrapped up. You can't breathe on my kid.
That's how I would be, regardless of whether there was a pandemic or not. Don't breathe on my children.
Yeah, because you know I really don't like people breathing on my kids. But that would have been real fanatical had you been little when this happened.
I can only imagine, and we thank God that's not my testimony.
Oh, look at the Lord and how He
praying for the children whose testimony it is.
Right.
Anyway,
I will never understand those people who have children, won't get the vaccine. Oh Lord, Jesus.
well, you gotta
Check your baby.
realize that Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's balls.
You still looking for those balls?
They got swollen, and so I don't think we should take the vaccine
So
because
now all the people in Trinidad are scared to take the medicine.
this is satire, by the way. I'm
Oh,
joking.
please, please, please.
Just kidding.
There is no evidence that this really happened.
And even if it did, okay.
But I mean, granted that
People have reactions.
medicines do different things to different people. Granted.
Foods do different things to different people. Bugs do different things to different people. Like
Sunlight
tears me up.
You're probably allergic. I think your daddy allergic.
Well, I know he don't be told like I be told.
Well, he must have gotten over it because when we were together, he had a bit of an allergy to sunlight.
But that's not reason enough to just not go outside.
Right, just put some on.
To tell everybody in the world, y'all shouldn't go outside because I personally.
My earlobe will swell up to this big if I go outside, so you shouldn't go. I'm telling you.
I just thought about Will Smith and Hitch.
Oh Lord, that's too funny. Ooh, when he saw himself in that mirror.
That's what I'd have screamed just like it.
He got to drinking that like it was Kool-Aid, purple Kool-Aid.
Listen, same, because if that's what I look like, we need to address this immediately.
Like what? What's the matter?
That's not
that was funny. Yeah, I have watched Hitch many times, and I always enjoy it because I love Will, of course, and I love Kevin James. Yeah, I love them.
You love both of them.
I love both of them.
It's true. I can.
And so I'm like, oh Lord, Hitch is on.
That's how you do when Hitch is on. I've seen it.
Yeah, like I haven't seen it ever or something.
Like we didn't go to the theater to watch it.
Okay.
And like we didn't own the DVD.
Right. I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do with all them DVDs.
Keep them, child. They'll be collector's items after a while.
I'm still mad at your grandmother for taking my off the wall 8-track tape.
She don't care.
I told Bishop last week when I was videotaping him, I said, Bishop, my mother took my 8-track tape of Michael Jackson.
And she don't care. I don't know why you keep bringing it. She's not gonna buy you a replacement or nothing. She really
buy me a new one. I'm devastated for the album.
She could buy you like the vinyl, or she could send you money to purchase the record on Apple. But she's not gonna do it because she don't care. She was getting rid of that devilment in her home.
that unsaved, that unsaintly music in her house. She was getting it out.
Saved in here. And so
I said, but you gave me my love for music. What in the world?
You better love gospel.
The Ohio Players before she got, and the Isley Brothers, and the Barcades, the Parliament, Funkadelic.
That's fine and all, but Michael Jackson can't live here.
We moved all the other people out too at that point.
Sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost, baptized in fire. Speaking in tongues as the Spirit gives utterance.
As in the words of my friend, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God rest his soul. I still have to count in tongues. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm looking at pictures of Melvin Van Peebles.
We ain't got nothing else to talk about, so you could turn off the recording whenever you're ready.
Like, subscribe, share.
Comment.
Oh, comment. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do a little better. We always say that. It's gonna happen too.
I can't believe Mother Jefferson and Aunt Esther jumped off my wall.
They jumped off. I'm telling you. Is that the wall to your neighbors? Are they banging on the walls or something?
No, there's nobody on that wall. That's the porch.
That's the porch. Well, if they knocking, because you got bricks on that wall, you couldn't be doing too much, right?
That's what I'm saying. How they just jump off my wall like that? Kim Whitley recalls the time Bobby Brown bit her and drew blood. Girl, turn this recording off. Turn this recording off. I've had enough.
Y'all, we got to go. There's too much going on in this world.
No,
I'm bye, y'all. Hey, it's recording.